Experts say we can expect President Trump's tariffs to add thousands to the price of new cars, leaving many consumers wondering, how much is this going to cost?
That's what people want to know. On your side's Christine LaJoy joining us now with insight on how much we can help lessen that pain at the car lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. Prices are going to go up. No one's disputing that. And it's not just the price of new cars. We're talking about used cars. We're talking about foreign. We're talking about American. We're also talking about if you get in an accident and they need to fix the parts.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
And then that also causes insurance to go up. So we saw car prices soar as we came out of the pandemic, and experts say this could be even worse. Joining me now with some insight into what kind of price increases we could see and how to make sure you are getting the best deal possible is Karl Brauer with iSeeCars, a car buying website. Karl, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Great being on with you, Christine.
So we know that the price of new and used foreign and American made cars will go up in price, but do you have any insight into how much we could see those prices rise?
Yeah, we actually did a study and we looked at the most popular selling cars in this country, and about half of them, of the 50 most popular cars, about half are imported. And when we added a 25% increase to their prices, we saw prices jump between $6,000 and $16,000 and average about $10,000. Now, this assumes a full 25% increase in price. Automakers aren't going to do that. They know it would just drive consumers away. So they'll try to absorb the prices somewhat. They'll try to redistribute them. But even if they went up by half or a third, you're talking somewhere between $35,000 and $5,000 increase on your average new car.
Now, if someone is shopping for a car right now or in the near future, will they already see a change in prices on those car lots?
So they shouldn't. Obviously, cars on the lot right now can't be impacted by tariffs that start next week. But we know, just like when we see here, natural disasters that damage oil production, we see gas prices immediately jump. We could see dealers trying to claim that now the tariffs are in, so we have to raise prices. I would suggest any consumer that runs into a dealer doing that, go to another dealer.
So what can consumers do to find the best deal possible if they're shopping for a car right now or in the near future?
Information is always your best friend when you're shopping for a car, and there's plenty out there. So, iSeeCars, a lot of other sites, we have market value pricing. You can put in a vehicle, you can look up its price and see what you should be paying. And you should also, of course, always have multiple options. Never get fixated on one car at one dealer lot. Be ready to leave and go to other dealers until you find the best deal. Those are some basic rules you should always follow, no matter what prices are at.
Now, it wasn't all that long ago that we experienced prices rise coming out of the pandemic because of supply chain issues, and that hung around for a while, and we were just starting to see them come back down. Do you think this is going to be a very similar situation?
I do. Yeah, I think we're going to see prices go up on new cars because of these tariffs, and then we're going to see people who are going to buy new go into the used market, and that drives up used car prices because more demand goes there, just like we saw during the pandemic.
So how long can it take for prices in the auto market to stabilize after these tariffs go into effect?
Assuming they stay in place and there isn't a big renegotiation, which I think is part of the strategy here, and we'll see if that works. But if they stay in place and nothing changes, I think 3 to 6 months would be a very realistic time frame to see some disruption in pricing, some resetting of pricing by the manufacturers and the market, and maybe by fall, we'd be seeing a little more stabilization after these tariffs go into effect.
And really quickly, I guess if there is maybe a silver lining, if you have a car right now that you want to sell or you've been thinking about it, is now the time to do so? Will you get a better price for it?
You'll get what today's market prices are, and you should always sell or buy when it makes sense for you. But I think if you can keep a hold of it, I don't think prices are going to go down on cars in the next 6 months with these tariffs. They'll probably go up, including used cars. So if you can wait, you might get more money.
All right, Karl, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.